It's my absolute pleasure to be here today with Dr. Huang to really kick off, I think, a discussion, really vital discussion around the semiconductor industry and the importance to what we've all been talking about at CogX so far. So I'm going to hand over to Dr. Huang, who is going to open up with some opening thoughts, and then we'll have a fireside chat. So Dr. Huang, a brilliant and wonderful honor to have you with us.
Sure.
Please, the podium is yours.
Hello, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm honored to give a short talk about the semiconductor and other high-tech area, AI especially. You know, the worldwide economy has found out the importance of semiconductor industry and chip has an impact on the economic industry. Start from COVID-19 and in 2020, all of a sudden, all the automotive makers in the world found that they don't have enough chip to produce their car. So there is a big crisis when major worldwide automotive maker, including BMW, Mercedes, Volkswagen, Toyota, you name it, and the Ford, all them finally they don't get sufficient chip to produce the automotive for the market. So suddenly it become a crisis. So we are in Taiwan. Have received so many requests for the chip. We certainly believe, is there any situation that besides us, nobody can supply the sufficient chip? The answer is yes. So the government and the industry make a tremendous effort, try to give a sufficient chip for the industry. Okay. Then the second situation happened is after COVID-19. Of course, in between there is Ukrainian and Russian war. And during this war, especially Russian government, have found out that they don't have enough chip to produce the weapon they want to produce. And also, of course, there is United States government make sure that it's not any critical component not come to Russian to produce a weapon. So this is become a very critical because Russian cannot get a sufficient chip to make it a weapon for the war. So this is begin to wake up the country, every country, especially European country. Everybody feel insecure if they cannot secure their chip supply or they cannot make themselves, so-called supply chain. It become a focusing of every government, and we have admitted it. Powerchip is the third largest manufacturer of the chip in Taiwan, not compared to as big as TSMC. So there is several decisions has made. U.S. government asked TSMC when go to the Arizona to build a new fab. Okay, and so that they feel more comfortable because there is a tremendous tension between Taiwan and China in the Taiwan channel, water channel. This is become so tense. And U.S. government realized how important this island is all about. So U.S. government make sure that nothing going to happen on the world on this chip. It's island because one of portion is because chip. And of course, U.S. government and U.S. Congress feel uneasy. 75% of the chip worldwide supply is in Taiwan. If anything happen to Taiwan, it's going to be a disaster for the world economy. But we have been making effort for semiconductor manufacturer for the past 30, 40 years. The trend is we keep moving. It's hard to change. And still, TSMC has the most powerful semiconductor company in the world. We give everything very, the major American company, NVIDIA, AMD, all this, some TI, it's a major chip maker in TSMC. So this has become a trend. Now, what happened right now is several months ago, the head of the NVIDIA, Mr. Huang, he was in Taiwan. He declared Taiwan is a center for or the capital for the AI, product. Everything made in Taiwan. Now, another important coming on was AI. So, we become not only a major chip supplier, a very high density chip, we become AI, data processing, server, all produced in Taiwan. Now, the progress of AI, of course, everybody know this new AI era. Everybody has looking for charter, GTP, stuff like that. It's mainly functioned by those AI server. Now, the next phase we are going to in Taiwan and we support worldwide, create a cost-afforded AI chip. Okay, the AI chip, some are in the server for data processing. Everybody use charter, GTP, get all you want. On the other hand, you need that low-cost AI chip for not making your Barbie doll become yours. Because once you have the AI chip, this doll only talk to you, talk to nobody. You can command him, or you have a tool, or you have anything that will go with you, or you have a lot of this kind of AI automotive for your own use. The world will change on two layers. One is everybody know data processing AI, and eventually there will be a low-cost AI for all the, toy, tool, machinery, whatever you use. We are in the chance of the big change. But all the hardware, still, Taiwan is a major producer or major manufacturer, and we should keep this moving. And I want to explain to you why Taiwan becomes such an important place for produce this kind of stuff. Because Taiwan is making so much effort, and people in Taiwan is diligent, hardworking, and pushing, and trying to solve all the foreseeable problem in the semiconductor industry. We become start with ahead of Japan, Korea, now US. So Taiwan, in certain fashion, if we talk about chip, talk about AI, is indispensable. And I hope we in China can be peaceful, solve our dispute. It has to help keep Taiwan for the worldwide economy in semiconductor. Thank you very much. Yes.
Thank you, Dr. Wang, for those opening remarks, and it's a real pleasure and honor to have you here at CogX.
Yeah.
And we are sitting together on the Global Leaders stage. And I wanted to perhaps take the advantage of you being here and the leader of PSMC and your vast experience to think about maybe advice to other leaders, political leaders, business leaders, industry leaders that are looking to emulate the success that PSMC and Taiwan has had in this industry over many, many years. Because as you say, it's becoming critical to every aspect now. What are the key factors that have enabled the approach that PSMC and Taiwan has taken in this area? What advice would you give to other leaders looking to address this issue or looking to do the same?
Of course, many countries looking for, of course, the first United States. They are strong. They are more strong country in high tech U.S. still have a 50% of worldwide semiconductor production, design, everything else. But in terms of manufacture, hardware, Taiwan probably is a suitable place for manufacture because the engineer was in there was diligent, cost-effective, and tremendous ability to solve the problem and make effort they can. If you go to other countries, they have maybe certain cultural constraint. People cannot as effective as we are. Okay, for the Chairman Morris Chen, of the founder of TSMC, he said that he was used to working in TI, and he said that Taiwan is the best place in anyhow to produce best chip in the world because of the diligent engineer, the culture, and the supporting effort. Okay, today, every country is looking for have their own semiconductor, which is fine. But most of the country must be give subsidy in order to do that. And especially many countries will give up to 50% of the money for investment in the fab, blah, blah, blah. Let me explain. Including ourselves, all the Taiwan semiconductor manufacturer has get nothing from our government. It's all private sector. We have raised money, billions of dollars. We have to do ourselves. Because it's become environment, we have a chip manufacturer, IC design and packaging, and some raw material make. It's all in supply chain.
Yeah.
To replace them, maybe take 50 years in order to do that. So we have to face situation. But Taiwan is worldwide semiconductor supplier.
Yeah.
Right? Especially between the high-tech war between the United States and China, we are probably most important factor. Make sure that everybody gets their own supply. And we are not involved in this kind of dispute. Yeah.
Yeah. Fascinating, and so much experience, as you say, in Taiwan that we can learn from, of course. And the topic of this talk is really a new era of semiconductor and the impact on where this industry is going. That makes me think also, as we look forward, I always think it's important to look at the past and where we've been and where we are coming from.
Yes.
Are there lessons that you think, as we look to this new era, and you explained brilliantly where we are right now, are there lessons that we need to learn from the era that we are perhaps leaving, so that we get a theme of CogX is how we get the next 10 years right? So are there lessons that we need to learn and we need to keep learning to ensure we get the future right for the semiconductor industry?
Okay. Place like Taiwan, or many Asian country, including Japan or Korea, we are very good at making a hardware, including chip and system. But to making AI stuff more workable, more powerful, it is software.
Both to work.
Yes, both have to do it. But to make a chip, it's just a fundamental. Make software, make all kinds of different software. You know, country like UK, for example, you have created the world's most powerful platform, This kind of things, and this kind of, because when we make hardware, you can see it, but it's when you write software, you don't know, what's happened. But this kind of thing, a brilliant country like UK or United States, there's an opportunity you can add on. We, in Asian country, including Taiwan, Korea, China. China is different. It's Japan. We are not capable in the such system software. We are not that good.
So do you see that as the key area where the UK and Taiwan, for example, can cooperate and work together? It's bringing the hardware and the software expertise together. Is that the key?
The design ability of UK and the software ability of UK, and many produced by excellent technology from UK, has a base for the future. We only supply the fundamental stuff. After that, Somebody else had no fine to use this. Okay, you want to use become an AI, you have to write something and something workable.
Yeah.
So the world needs cooperation. Nobody can do it alone.
Yeah.
It's impossible.
Yeah. Yeah. Which is why events like CogX, where we're bringing international leaders and we're bringing people
Right.
together, is so key.
I think there is a cultural nature that Taiwan become a very important semiconductor maker. First of all, we are following the capitalism rule, no subsidy, everybody on his own way. Okay. Secondly, our people is diligent, willing to work, hardworking, and make sure things can be done correctly. This is a very important spirit that the hardworking people. They don't challenge anything, but they follow and they take this for their responsibility. I think always believe the culture in our place will become so strong in the hardware manufacturer.
Yeah, people are so important, aren't they? People are really, really key to us. We only have a few minutes left, and on the theme of cooperation and partnership, I just would love to get your views before we end on what are other barriers or challenges that could prevent that cooperation, that partnership. As you say, we all need to do this together. What do you see as a barrier or a challenge that could prevent that from happening? Thinking about the geopolitics, thinking about where we are right now.
I think between a country like UK and Taiwan, there's no barrier. Okay, as long as we work. Of course, there is a very high-tech war competition between the United States and China. This becomes a little bit restriction. Something can be done, something cannot be done. But still, United States has a mighty power because there's a lot of raw material or machine is made in the United States. We make the final product, but all the processing machine and other materials is made in the United States. So the world need to cooperate together in order to produce correct stuff. Nobody can do by themselves. It's possible. You can make automotive in UK alone, get by parts. But if you make a semiconductor fab, no, you cannot do it. You have to buy equipment from Japan, material from here, and especially a lot of interior from United States or in Dutch, ASML. It's have to all things packed together before you can really produce anything. So the collaboration is necessary. And the United States is keen watch what's going to happen to Taiwan Semiconductor. But I can say we were here to stay. We'll continue to make effort to become a major supplier of chip in the world. But everybody can take this chip, write software, do whatever you do for your AI. I think the next phase is AI war. Everybody use a high-end, expensive AI, low-end, common sense AI. This will be revolutionize the world in many, many areas to come. And we are just make a chip, but somebody has to make this chip become workable, which means system, software, all these things. So the cooperation is even needed in the future. We cannot do just single chip alone. No, it's not possible.
Yeah, absolutely. And we were talking a little bit before around it's the AI driving a lot of this, but also it's the convergence of AI and other technologies. So with the semiconductors at the heart of the next technological revolution. Really.
Let me explain to you a little bit. Everybody know right now what Charter GTP4, whatever, okay? It's based on NVIDIA's chip, which NVIDIA designed. TSMC making the chip. Then NVIDIA has someone making the servo. So it has to all together.
Absolutely.
Without this servo, Charter GTP cannot do effectively. Without GTP, servo is useless. So this has become the worldwide. Everybody have to work together in order to produce a promising product or that everybody utilize this. And it's a big change now.
Absolutely. And it's a topic which we're talking more about, but we will have to continue to talk and work together as we go forward.
Sure, that's right.
Well, I'm afraid we have run out of time, but Dr. Huang, thank you so much for being with us and for coming to CogX and sharing your thoughts with us at a crucial time for this industry as well as all the other industries that we're talking about here at CogX. It's been an absolute pleasure to spend this time with you.
I think the AI not only critical for the industry today, it might change people's lifestyle. Look, one of the major change of lifestyle, and everybody on here and me, is handset by Bill Gates and by Steve Jobs. PC by Bill Gates.
Yep.
They entirely change our life. Yeah. Now, the next one is AI, another revolution coming along.
Indeed.
So in 20th century, 21st century, people's life has changed because so many small guys create useful tool, device, and application. Yeah. This is going to continue. We have to make this continue.
Absolutely. And let's hope the conversation continues as well.
Yes.
Dr. Huang, Chairman and CEO of Powerchip Semiconductor Manufacturing Corporation, thank you so much. And please, let's thank Dr. Huang for his thoughts today. Thank you so much.